Alright YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. And today guys, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm doing this with this deck. So typically, I was trying to use the Horus with the Phantom Knights, which is pretty good nowadays, especially that Horus is a reliable engine for the PKs. Sad to say, I got more interested what if we're gonna place like 4 engines or packages into one PK deck. So typically, I did the outrageous thing of putting Terror Top, although the XC armor would be a really good thing here, but I put on some restraints and just settled with PK stuff and then the DPE, so that, or it's not really that tight. We're also adding the Horus engine here, so that's the second one there. Adventure engine, which is the third one there. And I think that's basically it, right? So yeah, I thought I miscalculated. So this is really a good package here for 2 level 3s, so that's still one package. You have the DPE package, which allows you to summon DPE to the field. You have the adventure package, which is basic 1 negate and of course a monster on the board. And of course, you have the Horus package, which is, you know, free summon to the field, and then you can dump cards into the graveyard by the use of the zombie vampire. So yeah, 4 package all in all. My main issue here with this deck is the amount of bricks that I made with this deck is just so outrageous. But so far, so good. I tried testing out PKs with just the Horus, and yeah, it got me more losses than usual. Got me from Diamond 3 to Diamond 5. Shocking as it is, when I used this deck on 50 cards, it got me to Diamond 2, and I'm almost to Diamond 1 with this deck, just because of this deck alone. So, yeah. Who thought this amount of bricks in the PKs would allow me to be like Diamond 2? So, oh my god, I can't believe I made this deck with 4 packages. Oh, you have a ton of 1-card starters as well. Terror Top is an easy access to your Cherubini. If you are running the XZ Armored engine, that's the 5 engines that you'll basically use. So, another package if you want to use that one for your extra deck. But yeah, my main purpose for that one is just for accessing Cherubini, which is practically your go-to cards for the PK. I think that's usually their staple level 3s that you can use. Adventures are also good staples for PKs as well. So typically PKs usually have like 2 or 3 packages into it. I think this is normally a PK deck plus the Horus engine typically. Nevertheless, I had fun with this deck. A ton of 1-card starters. If ever you join the Fusion Destiny, a copy of King Sarcophagus or even a copy of Glory and a copy of Terror Top, typically you have your 1-card starters for each of the engines right here. So that's pretty good though. Typical number for the Phantom Knight cards. 1 cloak, 3 copies of boots, 1 copy of ragged gloves, and then the 3 copies of your torn scales and the 1 copy of stained greaves. I was running before 3 copies of fog blade, but I just have to remove 1 copy of it, and then added a copy of King Sarcophagus. So that's 3 copies all in all for the King Sark. Typical board breakers like Triple Tactic Silent, Nibiru, you know, same old. Yeah, that's basically it. That's why it's 50 cards. And I just keep on laughing every time I see this deck list. It has a ton of bricks. But I don't know for some reason why I got into Diamond 1 or Diamond 2 with this one. But yeah, that is your deck list for you guys. Yeah, I'll show you some replays with this deck and 1 live gameplay. Okay, so let's go for the replays. Alright guys, so for our first replay, we have here 1 Terror Top, 1 copy of Boots, 1 Ash, 1 copy of Water Enchantress, and a copy of Sarcophagus. So this all in all is 3 1-card starters. Really good, and plus we have an Ash Blossom. This is the best hand that we could actually pull here. So start off, we go for Terror Top, just summoning monsters to the field, going to a copy of Takitumberg, and then going for a copy of Cherubini. Now since we already have the Water Enchantress on hand, or we can just use the King Sark to drop it, you can just dump another Phantom Knights in the graveyard though. So with King Sark activated, our guy's gonna go for a copy of Maxi. Luckily, we got a copy of Ash Blossom here, which is pretty good. So dumping that, and I think we dump a copy of Water Enchantress and a copy of the Boots here, so that we can dump the Mseti and a copy of Happy. So that's good. Summon the 2 monsters to the field. We go into a copy of number 90 because I think we already have our starters in the graveyard basically. So we just have to have like a monster negate. So that's pretty good. So that's number 90 there. We banish the Water Enchantress for a copy of Rite of Armaseer. Right, it's going to be summoned to the field, or the token is going to be summoned to the field, gaining access to the Fateful Adventure. Banishing the Boots, getting a copy of the Phantom Knights of Fogblade, which is pretty good, 1 monster negate. Summoning the copy of Phantom Knights of Thorn Scales. And then once we summon that, we gain access to the Dracoback. We get a copy of the Wandering Griffin, so that for an additional monster negate. And at this point on, we have like 4 interactions at this point. And with the, the Dracoback, we attach it to the token. And with this, we go for a copy of the Rusty Bardiche to gain access to our last Fogblade. So it's pretty good though. It's pretty good. At this point, this is the best board that I can actually muster. There's also another version where I played into my IP Masquerina plus 1 monster in the field to go into a copy of Espinal Knight. So that's typically like 2 negates all in all, or 3 interruptions all in all. But anyways, that is our board. Our guy is going for Memento here. So he's gonna go for Reinforcement, checking out his cards, so that's pretty good. Now I was very cautious because majority of people I've been dealing with has a copy of Gamma, so I just needed him to summon a monster before I activate anything else. So he's gonna go for Dark Blade here. We will negate the effect so that he won't pop his card, of course, and pop my own. So that's that. He's gonna go for a copy of Bone Parade or Party, summoning a copy of Anguish. We use a second copy of our Fogblade here for the negate. He was gonna go for a fusion here, but all we need to do is negate it with a copy of Wandering Griffin, and we still have a 1 monster negate from the number 90, which is pretty cool. And basically, we are good. So this is the first game here, and it's pretty good. I like the deck. That's basically some of the rare chances that you'll get those type of hands during your draw. That is game number 1. Let's go for game number 2. Alright, so for game number 2, our opponent's going first. We have 1 Takitamberg, 1 copy of Greaves, 1 Water Enchantress, 1 Rite of Armaseer, and a copy of Fateful Adventure. So at this point, this is not really the best of hand, I tell you this. But luckily our opponent just sets 2 cards on the field and ends his turn. So it was good for us though. So at this point, I just want to trigger an Ash Blossom here. So Rite of Armaseer was banished. I mean the Water Enchantress was banished to search out a copy of Rite. Luckily it doesn't have any, so we have 1 spare for the next turn. We go for the summoning of the token, getting Fateful Adventure to the field, which is pretty bad because our hand is just so laughable. I can't stop laughing about this. But anyways, so it was going as planned anyways. But yeah, that was really funny. But there we go. So, Takitamberg, as long as you control a Wind Monster, you can also summon this. So, typically, the Wandering Griffin is another good addition to this as well. So, we can go into Chirbini. Now, I could have just gone into a copy of this, or gone into a copy of, the Boots, search out another Fogblade. But yeah, I think that was one thing that I forgot to think of. Anyways, so we dealt a lot of damage. Our guy's gonna go for a copy of Penkertops, which he targeted my token for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, he number summoned the Giant Rex and then go for a Super Poly. So no time to react, typically, and go for a copy of Transcendosaurus Gigantozauler. And here I thought, yeah, I should have summoned, or I should have searched out the second copy of Fogblade. So he's gonna go for attack for Wandering Griffin. Luckily, my Fogblade saves the day. So yeah, but yeah, one misplay almost cost me the match. So at this point, go for Chirbini, dumping a copy of Boots. Boots is gonna be banished. Search out another copy of Fogblade. And then since 1 Phantom Knights will be banished, it can summon itself to the field. And we go for a copy of Rusty Bardiche. Now with this, we go for Rusty Bardiche, dumping a copy of the Cloak. Sorry, the Cloak. Cloak will add us 1 Phantom Knights monster. And at this point, we gain access to the Water Enchantress to the field, dumping a copy of our Fogblade. So with this, Water Enchantress will be summoned, and I think we use the effect of Fogblade here later on. Oh wait, no, that was another game. We just normal summoned Ragged Gloves, sorry. I forgot about this game, yeah. Ragged Gloves to the field and go for a copy of the Break Sword. And since a Dark Exi monster is summoned to the arrows that Bardiche is pointing to, I can pop 1 card. So at this point, we are good for game. So yeah, that is our replays. Very funny, but it managed to pan out for us. So let's go for a live gameplay and hopefully we can rank up. Anyways, let's go. Alright, so this is our rank up game and we managed to go first. I'm not sure if we will get a good hand here though. I'm not expecting too much for this deck. Pretty good though. Effect Veilers, Water Enchantress, Called by, and a copy of Phantom Knights of Wing. Protection though. Okay, so we have one starter. Basically, this is kind of bad. But hopefully this might be... Yeah, okay, so our guy doesn't have any interruption. So just summon our adventure there. Hopefully we don't have any interruptions. Okay, I needed to normal summon the Effect Veiler because I need to gain access to Draco back. Oh, no. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? My gosh. Alright, misplay. Pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Yeah, I have no choice. I need to dump this for a monster negate. Yeah. This is not looking good, my guy. I mean, I misclicked there. Oh my gosh, hopefully he has nothing good here. This is how the deck should look like, typically. You negate that. This is crazy. It would be summoned to defense. Okay. Alright, battle. That's good. Oh my god, one mishap with Draco back and 3 back rows. That is just crazy, my guy. Oh my god, this is not looking good for us, guys. Oh, Ash Blossom. That's good. Bounce back 1. It's pretty good though. I think we can... Oh, there we go. Yeah, need to. Okay, so 1 card more in the middle if ever he wants, or if we can bounce back the card on the left. That's good. All right, still not looking good for us. Okay, we need to save Ash Blossom here. Oh, for Pete's sake. We can't do anything about this. Oh, I really thought that Effect Veiler is a fairy. Okay, big welcome. Yeah. Continue attack. This is really hard. If I get the Wandering Griffin to the field, I would dump a copy of Ash here. I'm gonna save Ash Blossom because this is really important. There we go. Ash that. If he has Called by, then I'm basically losing here, so... Good thing. Goddamn, this guy. Ton of back rows. And he has Big Welcome in the graveyard for next turn. That is not good. Alright. What card? Bounce back this. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I'm gonna use the effect. Regardless, you can still use the effect of Big Welcome in the grave. Another Big Welcome. I don't expect anything else from this deck basically, but we managed to climb up to Diamond 2, typically. Under the grave. Let's see here. At least we have 1 negate, and then he's gonna use the effect of this one here. We tried our best. We tried our best. Main phase, right? Main phase. Please do spin back. Oh, you want Doriana? Okay. Go up for battle. Damn. Well, yeah. Well, he already has, you know, advantage for this, and he still has rollback. I think he can end the game here. Just use the rollback, my guy. Doesn't really matter. Did not use Cold by the Grave because there's no point. There's no point in that one. shocking as it is, Diamond 5 to Diamond 2 is the best thing that this deck can do. Regardless, that's the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, we lost that game. We couldn't do anything about it. Whatever we draw from there on out, still gonna be like interrupted and we can't do anything about it. Hope you enjoy this kind of content. Like and subscribe. If you're interested in the Horus showcase, it's gonna be posted here, some part here. I would be doing like a deck list for Horus later on. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Keep safe, good luck, and goodbye boys and girls.